So the first thing I want to tell you, this house is about sustainability with style. What we have here is a green home that is 55% more energy efficient than the current building code. And all the technology used here are very simple technology, nothing very complicated. A lot of it are old technology that's used in a modern way. So I want to start with radon, because radon is not in the building code. So radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in Canada. I have a post here from Health Canada. 16% of the lung cancer in Ontario or in Canada is caused by radon. And a lot of the radon are more with younger people, because a lot of the young people stay in the basement. They have the bedrooms in the basement, they hang out with their friends in the basement, and the radon level is much higher in the basement than the rest of the house, because radon comes from the ground, from breakdown of uranium. Okay? And
it's much denser.
much denser. And this house has been constructed in a way that is sealed for radon. And in addition to sealing the basement for radon, we install a vent pipe you can see over here. In the event we do a test and the radon level is higher than acceptable level, we could actually install a fan and vent it outside. So from a health point of view, this is amazing indoor air quality to start with. The second thing I want to show you is that we have a high quality HRV here. It's a very high efficient unit. It's like the lungs of the house. It breathes 24/7. And it recovers the heat going out at that percentage. So you dump the stale air, but you bring fresh air and use that exchange of heat to bring the heat back in the house. So you don't really use the energy, but you don't lose a lot of energy. You use some, but it's very efficient, and you get very fresh air. Okay.
So it's a heat exchanger.
It's a heat,
bringing in fresh air,
right?
As opposed to opening the windows.
Exactly. And this also control all the bathroom exhausts. We do not have any bathroom fans in this house. There's a ductwork from this unit goes to every bathroom. So in the bathroom there's a push button. There's a 20-minute, 40-minute, 60 minutes. Depends on your use of the bathroom. You press the button, it kicks in so high speed for that time, and then you go back to low speed. So it'll ventilate the house, but actually ventilate all the bathroom at the same time. Okay? Okay. So over here, I'm still working on indoor air quality. This house is constructed with a mold-free technique. So there's no possibility of having any wetness in the wall, behind the drywall. Here we have a footing membrane on top of the footing before the wall is poured onto it. So it blocks any moisture climbing up the wall. If you're going to a old house, you'll see the lower part of the wall is always white.
So that's under that wall or that?
It's under all the exterior wall.
Exterior.
Right. So the wall get poured on top, it blocks any moisture migration up the wall. So there's no chance of the wall being wet behind the drywall and insulation.
But how
And-
does it, if it's over there on the outside wall, how does it impact this? You're pointing at this.
Oh, no, I'm pointing to the board, sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
I'm
okay.
pointing to the board. So the exterior walls, we have two types of insulation on the exterior wall. There's a rigid board that's poured in place with the concrete, that's here. And then we frame the wood wall. The wood wall is suspended on plastic blocks to prevent any moisture if you have a flood or whatever, so that we can control moisture. So in construction, there's three ingredients that cause mold. You have moisture, air or oxygen, and you need a food source. So the food source here is the wood, the drywall, dust, whatever. So if you remove one of these factors, you do not have mold. I have no control of the food source. I have no control of oxygen. I can only control moisture. So we control moisture here. Okay? The next important thing we have here is that if you look at this board here, we have a state-of-the-art air filter here. It's just a simple air filter, but it's a huge one. It's very tight. Okay? And the surface here is very large. The time to change is about the same as any other filter. You can take it out, see? Okay?
Huge surface area.
Huge surface area, okay? But it's very tight, okay? And what it does, it filters very minute particle that a normal air filter wouldn't filter, especially like skin and pet dander, pollen that will get circulated in the house. This house is about 6 months old, and we don't have dust circulating in the house. Mind you, nobody live here.
Every 6 months old, that's when you have the most dust, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when all the
and
paints-
that's the original filter. Okay, so we really take care of indoor air quality in this house. That's one of the most important factor here. So in terms of energy efficiency, this house does not have a furnace. Okay, so we have 3 heating sources in this house. We have the 2 front windows in the big rooms there. I don't know if you notice there's some shades, solar shades. So what that does, these are fixed shades, and they allow for sun to come in the winter, but completely shade in the summer. And there's a big return air in each room that allow the air to be sucked into the system and distributed around the house. Okay. Our primary source of heating is a air source heat pump on the outside of the house. I'll show you the picture here. We have an air source heat pump on the outside, and this is good. Right now it's set to -10. To -10, it will give you energy or heat at a very efficient rate. After -10, it automatically switch over to this is a boiler. It's a tank, but it's a boiler. It switch over to the boiler, and the boiler supply hot water to a second rad in there. So this box here you see here is just an air box. It's an air handler. You just move it around with a fan, and there's 2 rads sitting in there. One that brings in warm, like refrigerant fluid, and the other one that brings hot water. Okay.
So this is heated with electricity?
No, this is gas. Okay. So this also supplies the domestic side. So this is the domestic side, and this is the heating side. Okay.
So it's not an on-demand?
It's like an on-demand, but it's got a little bit of storage. It's got 34 gallons. Okay. Okay. We in our homes we don't use on-demand because on-demands have some problems. It's a good product, but
Cold showers? Or
no.
cold sandwiches?
The problem is that if you need a small amount of water, you have to start up this engine just to get a cup of water or just to wash your hands. And the water in the line, by the time it gets to you, it takes a while. And it's like driving a car to a corner store. You never get the efficiency out of it. So although it's stated it can give you a 95% efficiency, that's only work when you're having a long shower. But here, we have a delta of 10 degrees. So we could drop the temperature 10 degrees before the tank kicks on back. So we can wash a couple of plates, cups, wash your hands, and the system doesn't come on back until the temperature drops 10 degrees. Okay?
So it's storing the temperature, it's dropping with time?
It's dropping with time, but it's also dropped with use.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Right.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
of course, sure.
Now-
But with time, it drops
Drops.
a little bit.
Oh. So a lot of people are concerned that hot water storage wastes energy. It's actually the reverse, because in 8 months of the year in Ottawa, we are in heating mode. So if you lose a little bit of heat here, it's like the furnace supplying the heat for the house. It's the same efficiency, right? And even in the summer, sometimes you want to add a little bit of heat in the basement because it helps the air conditioner run better, okay? In fact, in my home, sometime in the summer, I put a fireplace on for a few minutes just to increase the load. Otherwise, the air conditioner doesn't come on because you need to dehumidify, okay? So this takes care of the tank. Now, over here, I got to show over here. Have you seen this before? Okay.
I've never seen one that big.
Okay, you never see one that big, okay. So this is basically 2 copper pipes. There's a small copper pipe wrapping around a big copper pipe. And what it does, it's called a shower drain heat recovery pipe. When you have a shower, the hot water is wasted after it's run on your body. It's gone to the sewer. But here what it does, it warms this pipe, and the cold water from the city coming through the bottom here wraps around, and it captures some of that heat, and it raises it about 15 degrees, okay? Before it goes to that hot tank. So you recover some of the heat that you normally lose.
It's just like the heat recovery ventilator.
Yes.
Recovers
Yeah.
heat as it leaves the house.
Yeah.
That recovers the heat.
As it leaves the house,
water.
okay? So these are very simple technologies, nothing complicated, okay?
Just a question. Inside that pipe, is there anything?
No, nothing,
flowing down?
nothing.
It's just a straight-
But the inside has been finished in such a way that the water through I don't know what to call it, cohesion or adhesion, hugs the wall on the outside. That's the way it is.
there we go.
It doesn't drop in the middle. It just attached to the wall. I think there's some kind of coating in there that allow that to happen.
Yeah, if the surface is complicated and there's like a bit of a bevel at the top, then we'll
Yeah,
do that.
it's designed like that.
Okay, okay.
So, still on energy efficiency, we have a solar-ready pipe that's gone to the attic. So we don't have solar panels here, but if somebody wants, they can add a solar panel on the roof, drop the wire down and do the connections in there. If they want to store it or they connect to the system, it's available. You don't have to tear walls apart. We're ready.
That's solar PV or solar?
Solar PV, yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite wide enough for the solar hot water.
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
could
thought.
you could run one pipe in there or two pipes, two small pipes. But hot water in Ottawa is very difficult to work. The season's too short for hot water. But for solar PV, it's all year, you know, except when you have snow in the panels. Okay. Now
Why
there's
did
a
you put it in advance?
why don't I put it in advance?
Yeah,
Because
why didn't you put it in?
because nobody will pay for the house. The house become too expensive.
It's only $30,000.
Yeah, but
Most.
you see,
Well, it becomes a decision, right?
Right.
So, like, for example, at my home, I have a metal roof. And when I put the metal roof in, I thought, well, maybe I should put in solar panels too. But then I had to make the decision saying, well, do I want to put holes in a roof that's going to last longer than I will? Or do I, like, what do I do? And it became a decision. So we decided, okay, we're going to go metal roof and then drop our electricity usage inside the house.
hello.
And
Hi.
that was the decision. But here, because it's a brand new home, he sort of leaves the decision to the market.
Yeah,
And a day may come in the market where people will just want that all the time.
yeah. But we have Tesla just came out with some solar shingles. They're testing 4 homes in California, and I'm pretty sure they'll be successful there. I'd like them to test in Ottawa to see if they'll be successful here.
The
And-
angle of the roof will matter.
Yeah. So we have enough space on this roof to generate enough power to run this house to net zero. Okay.
And
So-
do you have an upgrade option, like for homes in this in this build that you're doing for metal roofing or other kinds of material, or is it just sort of standard?
We have a standard right now of 40-year shingle.
Okay.
Okay. I mean 40 years. I mean most of us wouldn't live 40 years more, but they can install the panels on those shingles. You know.
Okay.
I think it costs like $3,000 to remove the panels and put them back, if you get to that point. Okay, I want to show a few more things up here. So in addition to energy efficiency, we actually putting a 200 amp panel here, and the reason we have a 200 amp panel here is because we have a electric car charger in the garage. The electric car charger the new ones require 50 amps. We have a 40 amp here, but we can up it to 50.
But the service to the house is 200.
200 amps, yeah.
Okay.
So we could have done 100 amp because this house doesn't need much power. But the problem is that if you want to run your car charger and your dishwasher and your stove and your dryer at the same time, you may jump the circuit. And if somebody want to add a hot tub later, we don't have enough power, so we put a 200 amps. Okay. So this house, you've seen this label, right? So this house is certified by Natural Resource Canada as a R2000 home, and it had an guide 89. Building code is 80. We're 55% more efficient than the current building code. Okay? Now I want to tell you about other things which are really energy efficiency. This house is structurally wired. You see these blue wires up here? There's one gone to every room upstairs. And that wire it's a loom actually, it's not one wire, there's 5 wires in there. And there's telephone, internet, cable, speaker wire, and also fiber optics. So right now we have the 5. Oh, that's my internet. Still working. I think it's okay. So we have the fiber optics sitting here, okay? Because there's no fiber optics on the street in front. Fiber optics is right now in Walkley Road, and it will eventually be here. And when you come here, you can connect and enjoy the high quality network, smart TV or 4K or whatever you can do with it. Okay. So right now, the house is wired with these Sonos here. These Sonos are running the music upstairs, and it's also running a camera in the front entrance, and that camera is sending me emails. Okay. So for example,
Monitor your house.
okay. get one of his picture. Somebody's picture.
To monitor your house to see.
I have the door, but I don't have people in there.
But it's, that technology is easy.
Yeah.
Complicated part is the wiring.
Yeah, the
If
wiring.
you don't do it at the beginning, then it's a huge amount of work to do it after.
So we pre-wire the house. I want to see if I get a picture here. So that's the front door anyway. Okay, front door upstairs. So there was some movement, so the camera sent me an email saying that somebody is here. Okay. I'll get some more images that I show it to you. Okay. Okay. There's a few other small things I want to show you, which we do here to make this house more energy efficient.
Is there heating in the?
No, there's no heating in here, but the floor is very warm, right?
Yeah.
There's no heating. It's fully insulated under here. That's one of the things I was getting at. We have 4 inches of insulation under here, no heating, okay? We have a lot of little things like this flexible connection. This
Reduces vibration.
reduces vibration through the house, no noise through the house. All the joints of the ductwork are sealed so that the air going to the last bedroom can be delivered very effectively. It's almost like a water pipe.
Yeah, because you're not heating the crawl space.
Right. And also, the system has been downsized because of the amount of heating required. Because the system is downsized, we have small air volume going to the rooms. So we have to make sure whatever it's designed for, it's actually happening.
But you have to exchange the air a certain number of times an hour.
Yes.
When people are in it.
Yes. That's why this unit here runs 24/7 at low speed. And only when you activate it in the bathrooms, it kicks in at high speed. Or if the humidity becomes too high, it will kick in automatically at high speed until the humidity drop and then go back to low speed.
The variable speed DC motors of furnaces now
Yeah.
can hum along at very low power consumption.
And these two are interlocked. When this one come on, this one come on. Okay?
Come off.
On.
They
Be-
both come on at
because
the same time.
there's a ductwork that joined this to bring the fresh air into return. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to start it by pressing a button in the bathroom. So right now, I'm doing a 20-minute start. 20 minutes, where that kicks on, higher speed. Okay. This one was already running, so you hear the noise after? Yeah. Okay. So it's now at high speed, still very quiet, and it's supplying the fresh air into this return air duct, which goes in there and then circulates around the house.
What's the difference between heating this way and geothermal? I mean, that's a big question, but
okay.
like, is
So-
anybody doing that here? Are
Okay,
you doing any?
we have done some homes with geothermal. Geothermal is not necessary on an energy efficient home because your heating load is already so low, you don't want to spend $80,000 to put a system like that in when you can put solar panel in for 30. So you might be better off putting solar panel to generate power than go with geothermal on a small house. If you have a big house, it's a different story. Or if you have a house that you cannot insulate. Let's say you have an heritage house, you can't insulate it, it's losing a lot of heat. You want to heat it with the most the most environmentally friendly way by going geothermal. Okay, like the heating load on this house is like 30,000 BTU. Most houses in subdivision is like 60.
There are barbecues that are less than 30,000.
Yeah, so
Or more than 30,000.
more than 30,000. Yeah. So if you don't need heat, why spend the money to do that, right? So it's more. If you have lots of money, you can do whatever you want,
Right,
you know. But there's no point buying a truck when a bicycle will do,
right.
right? That's
So your heating requirement is 30,000?
30 in this house. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's most similar sized houses that aren't as energy efficient?
About 60 to 70,000 BTU.
30, you're 30,000 and they're 60.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the surface area you're heating here?
The surface area, the square footage.
Number of floor space. the
Well,
floor space.
excluding the basement, we are 2,836 square feet. Yeah. It's a big house. Yeah, yeah. But it's designed for a family. We have 4 bedrooms. You know. So it's green versus marketing. So you got to find that balance where you can make it work. You know.
So are you building a number of houses on this?
Yeah, we start a second one. We got 2 more to go.
So you're doing 4
Yeah, but we're doing houses in other locations as well.
other locations?
Yeah, we're building for customer who have on their own land.
You're building for Belgian
Custom-made.
McGinty, eh?
I did it renovations.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
renovation.
yeah, yeah. You're a friend of his?
We all are friends of his.
Which party are you in? You got a line right properly, okay? No, we
You
just
gotta know what you're,
no, we just renovated his house. Yeah.
So do you do single homes?
Yeah, we do renovations, we do custom homes, and we do some commercial offices. So it does be yoga studio, dental offices, doctor's office, smaller stuff, not big commercial, but mostly customized stuff.
Would the density in this neighborhood, would it ever allow for like 4 semis as opposed to like four singles? Like,
Well, when we bought this property, we were trying to put 6 singles at 40-foot lots.
Okay.
The neighborhood fought it. They wanted to have 3 lots. We end up at 4. We didn't want to have 4 lots because we want to build 15 to 2,000 square foot houses.
That's what you'd rather do.
Yeah, because I think for this neighborhood, the price point would have been better. Like our price point here is around 850 plus HST. So it's almost like $1 million with upgrades, which is a lot of money for this neighborhood.
Pardon me?
It's a lot of money for this neighborhood.
yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to keep it in a 6 to 750 range, but we couldn't do it.
And how much does this house sell for?
This house with the upgrades is everything tax included is about $998, appliance and all.
$1 million.
$1 million, yeah. And you're gonna buy it, right? No. Yeah.
Are you filming?
Hi, Mike. Roy.
Good to see you.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I've been walking around. This is amazing.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring another 5 or 6 people down, and you
Okay.
can join us, right?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I need to get a drink too.
You
calm
should
my
get a
throat down.
drink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't want to lose
Thank
your
you.
voice.
So, Ray, if you were
Roy.
to do, Roy,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
If you were to do